Next to the microphone.
Yes.
Thank you. Why is he standing in front of me like that? Yeah. All right. What'd you like?
Good facial expressions.
Mm-hmm. What else?
She seemed really comfortable, just kind of very interactive. Yeah, chill.
Mm-hmm.
Like the story.
You like the story? Kind of drew you in. It's fun to have the story.
One of the things teaching my daughter in writing is using creative and descriptive words, and I really felt she did a lot of that. I mean, I was able to start actually being on the streets, following her, waiting for the bus type thing, and going into the store and seeing the rows and aisles just filled with toys and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And it was very vivid.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And what I really liked was that she didn't tell us in the story until after she told us about what was inside.
Mm.
Yeah. I've actually been there. I've done Christmas shopping there, and it's freaking awesome. I know that was the same store she was talking about until
quite a ways in, until she'd established her place. Mm-hmm.
Well, I tell you, she didn't just tell us about the store, she took us to the store.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I noticed that when you got more into your story, you relaxed more. When you started talking, you were giving a speech. As you got into the story, you started talking to us. And that's a very profound difference. One that I think for you is going to come more naturally the more comfortable you are up here. It's almost easier to talk in our talker voice than to just in our conversation voice. And moving into that was really good. As you moved into that, it drew me in and made me feel comfortable. As you're in, and we're chatting kind of stuff. The one critique that I would give, again, is kind of a lesson. You gave some interesting information about the store. Largest independent in the Northwest, and a couple other things. My pushback to you would be, why do you care? We will care more when we know why you care. And it can be as simple as, I've gone to a ton of toy stores, and part of it is just the corporate vibe, and going in someplace that was this unique, I went, how is this place this unique? And then I found out that it's the only, or the largest rather, independent toy retailer, and they're so consistent about having the experience that they won't even sell you stuff online. And now you've wrapped up those two bits into, again, that personal narrative, rather than personal narrative, and now informative facts that you will find interesting. It wraps it back into the narrative. Okay? The power of the story, guys, the power of the story. And perhaps a lot of what you've learned in speech class and stuff before, or essay writing, pulls us from the story, because we get into the factual, now prove your points, all that kind of stuff. And that's fine, but really, it bores people to death. I mean, it's not bad, but if you want to take it, how do I engage people and draw people in? As you engage them in that story, as you keep them in that story, and then feeling your feelings, which you did so well. I mean, the thing with the bike short, I'm like, what in the world? And the flapping and all that. That stuff's just powerful. It's just beautiful. So as you're giving that information, which I think was good, helpful information to build your case, wrap it back up into the story. Wrap it into the narrative. Okay? And then let yourself do this and be relaxed. Go find any audience you possibly can in the next 2 weeks. Give that talk to them. Get them together and say, friends and family, I've invited you over on Saturday night so I can practice my talk with you. And get up, and they're like, why are you telling us about this? Just to get yourself, this is the hard thing. How do I get over my fear of public speaking? It's really hard. You dive in and do it with friendly audiences. Don't grab 10,000 of your closest friends and go, I'm here to speak to you all today. But on friendly audiences, so you get comfortable being up here. And the more comfortable you are, the more comfortable you are, the more comfortable we are, the easier it goes. And really, it's just experience. You know your stuff, and you did that well. So really, it's just getting up and doing it and being comfortable. So that freedom, I think, is going to come for you. And it's coming. And when you got into the story, it came all the better. And it was beautiful. Okay?